Okay, don't interrupt me this time. Just, just listen, please. I've been rehearsing this in my head for days, and every time you open your mouth too early, I lose my nerve. You're looking at me like I'm about to confess to cheating or something. God, I wish it were that simple. No, no, baby, don't joke. This isn't a joke. I need you to actually hear me, okay? Alright. You remember the night you said I felt different? Not in a bad way. You said it like you couldn't place it, like something was slightly off, but you couldn't prove it. Yeah. Yeah, and I laughed it off. I told you you were imagining things. I always do that, don't I? I turn everything into a joke so you don't look too closely. But, well, you trusted me anyway, and to be honest, that's the worst part. You always trust me. I need you to think back further. Before that. The way I text, the way I phrase things, the way, the music I send you, the way I say your name when I'm tired, all those tiny details you think you know about me. You're shaking your head already. You think you know exactly where this is going, but you don't. You really don't. Okay. I'm not who you think I am. No. No, stop. Stop, don't get defensive. I'm not saying I'm a stranger. I'm not saying everything is fake. I'm just saying you met the wrong person first. There are two of us. You knew that. Of course you knew that. You've met her. You've talked to her. You just never realized when it stopped being her and started being me. You know, it wasn't supposed to be like this. It's sort of small. Like one conversation where she didn't feel like replying, so I did it for her. You liked the way I answered. You said she sounded more present. And well, this should have been the moment I stopped. And then you kept coming back. And every time you did, she would pass it to me again. Like, she used to say, he likes your version better. Like it was a game. Like it didn't matter. And I told myself it didn't matter either, but it did. It started to matter when you remembered things I said and repeated them back like they meant something. When you started opening up in the ways you never did with her. You know? Do you see now? Those moments where you thought she suddenly understood you better. That wasn't her learning. That was me, already knowing. You fell for a voice you thought belonged to her, and I didn't correct you. And I know I should have, but don't look at me like that. I know. But every time I tried, you would say something that made me stay quiet. Something soft. Something real. Something that made me feel like it wasn't just borrowing a life. You weren't supposed to notice the switch. We don't even look that different to you, do we? Same smile. Same eyes. But you always lingered a little longer when you looked at me. Don't deny it. You don't have to. And I kept thinking, just one more day. One more conversation. One more late night call. one more moment where you chose me without realizing it. Months passed like that. Months and you never questioned it. Or maybe you did, but you chose not to do it. And well, somewhere along the way, it stopped feeling like pretending. I was not playing her anymore, I was being with you. And that's where it gets ugly, doesn't it? Because now you're sitting here trying to figure out if anything we have is real. Look at me. No, don't look away. I need you to see my face when I say this. Everything I felt was real. Every laugh, every quiet moment, every night I stayed up just to hear you breathe on the other end. That was me. Not her. Me. I didn't steal those feelings. I grew them. I held on to them like they were the only honest thing I had. But maybe you didn't choose me. No, really. You chose a name. A version of someone. A story you thought you understood. And I'll let you keep living it because I was so scared that if I told you the truth, you would walk away without even trying to know me. So come on, say it. Tell me I lied. Tell me I manipulated you. I won't argue. You'd be right. But don't you dare tell me it was empty. Don't you dare tell me you didn't feel something real in all those moments. Because I know you did. You don't stay for months in something hollow. That's not who you are. This is the part where you decide what happens next. You can get up, call her, demand explanations, try to put everything back into neat little boxes where it makes sense again. Or you can stay right here and actually look at me for who I am. Not who you thought I was. And I'm not asking you to forgive me. I'm not even asking you to choose me. I'm just asking you to see me. Because for moms, you already have. You just didn't know my name when you did. And after all of this, you still feel something when you look at me. Then maybe it was never about which twin you were dating. Maybe it was always about the one who stayed for you.